There were 1,288 locally acquired cases of COVID reported in New South Wales in the 24 hours to 8 p.m. last night, and there were no overseas acquired cases. Pleasingly, the testing rates are still maintaining at that high level of 127,428 tests. There's currently 160 people in intensive care and 64 of whom require ventilation. Sadly, we've been notified of 7 deaths of people who had COVID-19. A man in his 80s from southwestern Sydney died at Campbelltown Hospital, and he had underlying health conditions and wasn't vaccinated. A woman in her 80s from southwestern Sydney died at Liverpool Hospital. She was not vaccinated. A man in his 70s from southwestern Sydney died at Liverpool Hospital, and he acquired his infection at the hospital and is the 12th death linked to this outbreak. He had received both doses of a vaccination. He did have significant underlying conditions. A man in his 80s from Sydney's North Shore died at Hornsby Ku-ring-gai Hospital, and he acquired his infection at the hospital. He had received both doses of the vaccination, but he had significant underlying conditions. We've got a gentleman in his 50s from southwestern Sydney died at Royal North Shore Hospital. Again, he was not vaccinated and had underlying health conditions. There was a gentleman in his 80s from southwestern Sydney. He died at St George Hospital, and a woman in her 70s from southwestern Sydney who died at Campbelltown Hospital. Can I extend my deepest sympathy to the families of the loved ones? In terms of sewage detections, we have had some sewage detections in areas where we don't have cases, and that causes us a degree of concern. So in southern New South Wales, Bega and Cooma, and in Illawarra, Shoalhaven in Bomaderry. So please come and get tested if you have any symptoms and isolate until you receive a negative result. The areas of concern are Auburn, Guildford, Marylands, Greenacre, Bankstown, Punchbowl, Blacktown and Liverpool. But as I've repeatedly said, everyone has to be at risk. We are seeing cases increase in other areas and the other suburbs, and so it is important as we go about our daily requirements, please practice those COVID-safe behaviours. In terms of the Central Coast, there have been 7 new cases reported in the Central Coast, 8 p.m. last night, and 3 of those are linked to a previously notifiable case, but unfortunately all 7 were infectious in the community. There's also been some unlinked cases in the Central Coast that are raising concern. So people who live in or travel through areas like Lake Bunnamora, Charm Haven, San Remo, Budgewoi, Lake Haven, Gorokan are asked to continue to maintain COVID-safe behaviours, and if anyone has symptoms, please get tested.